So here's the inside bow of the boat. We're taking parts off for wave. Remove the deck, split the seam. We're going to take the starboard side, and we also need some of these blocks. You could see the expanding foam, the yellow stuff that they're held in place with. That's usually what captures all the water, gets trapped in there, gets wet, weighs 1,000 pounds. And these white blocks are extruded polystyrene closed cell foam. They're both for structure and flotation. You can see in this boat, this is a 1980-ish boat, I think. They're just loose. There's a little bit of foam on the bottom, but there wasn't much foam on top, so maybe it was Friday at the factory or something. This block over here the same way. It's just really nothing holding it in at all. On the inside of the underside of the deck, there was a little strip of foam down the middle, but it wasn't holding much of anything. Here's a look at the mast step. See how it's fiberglassed into the bottom of the hull. And then I'm not exactly sure what they did if the tube came up. I believe there's a little, looks like there's a little flange right here. Probably went down inside the tube, and then they put a bunch of fiberglass up in there, because you can kind of raise the hood on these boats. You can have the hull flexed up a little bit, so they'd have been able to get in there and throw in that last bit of fiberglass and go from there. So we'll get in there a little further in the next few days, look at the dagger board trunk, how it's attached, and get these foam blocks out, get the coaming taken off. I'm going to leave it attached to the deck for now. It uses the machine screws, which have a rivet nut. So let's see if we can find a, well, that one's not right. That one's not right. So see what someone's done here. So he made it look like it's machine screws, but this boat used to have rivets. And all they did was they took a screw and put that back in place of the rivet. Not such a bad idea, really. Then they put some sealant around it to kind of help it stay dry, but that's one way of doing it, I guess. I don't know, these blocks, the placement on these blocks just looks a little different. I always thought they were a little further outboard. We'll take a look at that again, like they would usually come in. There's 13 rivets on this coaming lock. I thought they usually came in a little further out here, but that's the way this one was built on that day in Waterbury, Connecticut. So hope y'all are having a great evening. And here's Smedley supervising next door, and we'll go ahead and walk in here real quick. Wade volunteered to go first. Phoenix said okay, so trim the jagged edges off. We've got the deck part from the bow. Come in here, we're not going to use the whole thing. We're going to take a sweeping cut. So we'll make a pattern, or else we'll just use this piece as the pattern. And we probably need to do first is get the hull section off and graft it in, and then we can match the deck up to that. So that'll be coming next. See how this bow block, yeah, no, I guess they look like they're about the same spot. Get that in, and then we'll turn our attention to Phoenix. She's not as damaged. She's chine's still good. Need to get this deck and a little bit of the deck edge. So I hope y'all are having a great week.